yourself quite so much.
Oh, the self-deprecation is my superpower. Okay.
Here we go.
All right. Wizard scented oil. No, that's still too much.
It's still too goofy.
It's too goofy. Okay. Wizard scented. Wizard scented oil. It brings a unique freshness to your home. You can control the fragrance level to create a long-lasting, magical atmosphere. Scented oil from Wizard. Fragrances.
That's too fake.
Yeah.
Wizard.
Wizard.
From the top.
From Warlock, the edgy version. Okay.
Remember what John Gielgud said to Richard Burton one time when they were doing Hamlet? It's a simple bit, dear boy. Can't you do it?
Yes, just many ways. They just have
Here we
to be
go.
wrong. Okay. Wizard scented oil. It brings a unique freshness to your home. You can control the fragrance level to create a long-lasting, magical atmosphere. Scented oil from Wizard. Fragrances that change your world.
Fine. It's a little too much temptation to insert an English accent.
'Tis a grove-circled dwelling set close to a hill, where the branches are telling strange legends of ill. Over timbers so old that they breathe of the dead, crawl the vines green and cold, by strange nourishment fed. And no man knows the juices they suck from the depths of their dank, slimy bed. Voice crack.
You goofed up the good part. Here we go.
'Tis a grove-circled dwelling set close to a hill, where the branches are telling strange legends of ill. Over timbers so old that they breathe of the dead, crawl the vines green and cold, by strange nourishment fed. And no man knows the juices they suck from the depths of their dank, slimy bed. In the gardens are growing tall blossoms and fair, each pallid bloom throwing perfume in the air. But the afternoon sun with its red slanting rays makes a picture loom done on the curious gaze, and above the sweet scent of the blossoms rise odors of numberless days. The rank grasses are waving on terrace and lawn, dim memories saving of things that have gone. The stones of the walks are encrusted and wet, and a strange spirit stalks where the red sur has set. And the soul of the watcher is filled with the faint pictures he fain will forget. It was in the hot June time I stood by that scene, when the gold rays of noontime beat bright on the green. But I shivered with cold, groping feebly for light, as the picture unrolled, and my age-spanning sight saw the time I had been there flash like fulgury out of the night.
It's pretty darn good. There's a couple areas that are a little white knuckle right, but it's still right, so fine. I like it. Oh, now there's a hat.
Cheffatoni.
Oh my God!
Cheffatoni.
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 Make it a pizza.
Sounds like a new pasta. Cheffatoni. Cheffatoni rigatoni. Yeah.
Rigatoni.
Yeah.
Rigatoni. There is more out there. More to see. More to hear. More to feel. There is more beauty, excitement, wonder, and adrenaline, where everything you watch, everything you listen to, everything you experience as though for the very first time. Pioneer, seeing and hearing like never before.
I love that. Very clean. Good for you.
In Amsterdam there lived a maid, mark well what I do say. In Amsterdam there lived a maid, and she was mistress of her trade. I'll go no more a-roving with you, fair maid. A-roving, since roving's been my ruin. I'll go no more a-roving with you, fair maid. I asked this maid to take a walk, mark well what I do say. I asked this maid out for a walk, that we might have some private talk. I'll go no more a-roving with you, fair maid. A-roving, since roving's been my ruin. I'll go no more a-roving with you, fair maid. Then a great big Dutchman ran my bow. Mark well what I do say. For a great big Dutchman ran my bow and said, Young man, this is mine throw. I'll go no more a-roving with you, fair maid. A-roving, since roving's been my ruin. I'll go no more a-roving with you, fair maid. Then take me fair warning, boys, from me. Take mark well what I do say. So take fair warning, boys, from me. With other men's wives don't take... Pick up. With other men's wives don't make too free. I'll go no more a-roving with you, fair maid. A-roving, since roving's been my ruin. I'll go no more a-roving with you, fair maid.
Fabuloso! Yay!
Thank you.
Waiter, more beer. That's great, Joe.
Water for that one. Shit.
Yeah, totally. That's pretty cool. She just likes that one hat.
I like this one hat.
I know you do.
Yes.
You guys have
Powerful.
hat loyalty.
Someone have to walk through the door, then I hit it and
I know.
He's a much better apprentice.
Well, exactly. You said the hat chooses you, so
Yeah, see?
I'm gonna stick with
Maybe it won't come off.
Oh, hello. Off to see a girl, are we? I see that look in your eyes. She must be quite the beauty to have a boy up and all showered, prim and proper. It must be. Now, be a good lad. There is a trail where... Pick up. Now be a good lad. There is a trail where there is dead and done, but it isn't really for those looking. Pick up. But it isn't really for those willing to look. With this acorn, you'll see it. It'll open up to you just like magic. You should plant that acorn and think of the future. And one day when you and your girl, are good and you're old, you can visit it once again and see how it's grown like your love. Yes, just like your growing love and affection.
That's pretty creepy, I think. Still from the same source?
Yes.
Okay, fine. They're consistent. That's for sure.
Or Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders. Love Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders, eh?
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Disco.
There it is.
We'll pay you to never do that again.
Okay. Next.
Here we go.
Why did we give the new C-Class almost 260 pounds of torque? Why did we equip it with Bluetooth, Sirius satellite radio, and a surround sound system? Why did we engineer every component to perform at Autobahn speeds? Why? Because we promised you a Mercedes-Benz. That's why.
Fine. It's in contrast to the hat.
Yes, it is.
Nice. I like it. It's a lot of fun.
Okay. I know, cried the little page, pausing for a moment above a half-filled inkwell, in a saucer by the fire. The cat gave the child an approving nod and yawned in the face of the king.
Ha! Love that. Nice.
Who are you? What have you done with the others? There'll be time for questions later. No, there won't. The show's over in 10 minutes. Well, if you hadn't wasted all that time on the plane, You will all be my guests for dinner. I trust you're hungry. I made a casserole. Akbar, Ringo, Fajima, to the house shell. I'm sorry if my method of introduction seemed trifle ungracious. I have to be careful of those trying to spy on my work. There's nothing to be afraid of, Mr. Loeb. I assure you the orangumen are perfectly harmless, unless I bid them otherwise. Orangumen? Yes, by combining the orangutans indigenous to this island with humans, I've been able to create a new species of primate, more powerful than any on Earth. They called me mad, insane, Wendell. They barred me from the universities until I had no choice but to flee here and conduct my research. Well, who's crazy now, Who's mad now, Do try to cast a little freakazoid before it gets cold. I saw that! What? That! You think I have a cloak in my head, don't you?
It's funny as you get into it, there's no end to the volume. That's the only thing you have to watch. Yeah, it just totally does Runaway Train, but it's a great read. The characters are great. Here we go.
See, now you respect me, because I'm a threat. That's the way it works. Turns out there's lots of people, whole countries that want respect, and will pay through the nose to get it. How do you think I got rich? I invented weapons, and now I have a weapon that only I can defeat. And when I unleash it on the... Oh, you sly dog. You got me monologuing.
That's great. Good for you. Nicely done, man. There you go. I like it.
The Chevy Silverado Trail Boss. When you have a 2-inch lift, when you have Goodyear Duratrack tires, when you have Rancho shocks and an integrated dual exhaust, when you have all that, you have the Chevy Silverado Trail Boss.
Fine.
Thy narrow bed, creep and let no more be said. Vain thy onset, all stands fast. Thou thyself must break at last. Let the long contention cease. Geese are swans, and swans are geese. Let them have it how they will. Thou art tired, best be still. Thou out-talked thee, hissed thee, tore thee. Better men fared thus before thee. Fired their ringing shot and passed. Hotly charged, and sank at last. Charge once more, then be dumb. Let the victors when they come. When the forts of folly fall, find thy body by the wall.
Yikes. Boogie, boogie, boogie. That's great. I love it. Nice job.
Brothers and sisters, rejoice. Pleasure beyond imagining awaits you. Desire, pride, pain, excess in all things. Partake of perfection. Give yourself to the dark prince. Feast in the delights of this world. Submit to Slaanesh.
Ha! Great. Love that. What's that from?
Warcraft 3. The enters Slaanesh.
Nice. Love that. It's a lot of...
Warhammer 3.
Okay, Warhammer 3. Now we have it. Cool. It's okay. It's a good start.
No, I tapped my phone and like a thing flew up and I was
Oh,
like,
no. Here we go.
I'm going to try this actually.
Okay, fine.
Rudimentary creatures of blood and flesh, you touch my mind. Fumbling in ignorance, incapable of understanding. Organic life is but a
Right there.
Organic life is nothing but a genetic mutation, an accident. Your lives are measured in years and decades. You wither and die. We are eternal, the pinnacle of evolution and existence. Before us, you are nothing. Your extinction is inevitable. We are the end of everything. We impose order on the chaos of organic life. You exist because we allow it, and you will end because we demand it.
Good for you. Way better. That has a nice shape to it. I like it. Nice job, Andrew. On the start. It's got to be clearer.
Tune in for some groovy, smooth jazz at West Coast Cool 98.1 FM. Let your ears catch the vibe. Be cool.
Better. Go again. Clearer.
Tune in some groove.
See,
Tune
right
in
there, it goes, turn in some... It closes up too much.
Okay. Tune in for some groovy, smooth jazz at West Coast Cool 98.1 FM. Let your ears catch the vibes. Be cool.
Nice, like that.
Why are your poems so dark? Isn't the moon dark too, most of the time? And doesn't the white page seem unfinished without the dark stain of alphabets?
Beautiful. I love that. That's really nice. All right. Choice of a hat's really important.
Why is your poetry so dark? Because Aaron is reading right now.
That's right.
Because I fucking feel like it.
Why am I so dark?
It's charming.
That's so scary.
Mom, I'm waiting for school.
I'm coming, Mom.
Where's my yogurt?
Can you believe it costs money to come here?
We pay for this?
I know.
Can I have a Lunchable?
Introducing the Crest Extender. Gentle extender fibers clean deep between teeth. Now you can floss daily. Extend between. Crest Extender fits between to get teeth clean.
Perfect. Very nice. I like how clean that is, Tony.
And the bus is interrupted as a very last resort, and the address of the memory makes your floppy disk abort. Then the socket packet pocket has an error to report. If your cursor finds a menu pickup. If your cursor finds a menu item followed by a dash, and the double-clicking icon puts your window in the trash, then you might as well reboot and go out with a bang. As sure as I'm a poet, the sucker's gonna hang. When the copy of your floppy's getting sloppy on the disk, and the microcode instructions cause unnecessary risk, then you have to flash your memory and you want to RAM your ROM. Quickly turn off the computer and be sure to tell your mom.
That's great. Good for you. Good feel for that.
The Lord of Rage, born of destruction, of insatiable bloodlust. We are his savagery incarnate, the epitome of brutality. Join our relentless hunt, enact the wrath of the Blood God. Unleash your fury. Blood for the Blood God, skulls for the Skull Throne.
Yeah. Skulls for everybody.
Yourself.
All right.
One must always be drunk. Everything lies in that. It is the only question worth considering. In order to not feel the horrible burden of time which breaks your shoulders and bows you down to earth, you must intoxicate yourself without truce. But with what? With wine, poetry, or art? As you will, but intoxicate yourself. As if sometimes upon the steps of the palace, or upon the green grass of the moat, or in the sad solitude of your own room, you awake, intoxication already diminished or disappeared. Ask of the wind, of the wave, of the star, of the bird, of the clock, of all that flies, of all that groans, of all that rolls, of all that sings, of all that speaks. Ask, what time is it? And the wind, the wave, the star, the bird, the clock will answer you, it is time to intoxicate yourself. In order to escape from the slavish martyrdom of time, intoxicate yourself unceasingly. Intoxicate yourself with wine or poetry or art, which you will.
Wow. You are clearly inspired by the whole concept of that. Good read.
Thank you.
First rate. Let's do it without the evil Satan serial killer voice. Zodiac killer. That's right. Oh, God.
Rich, indulgent chocolate with a luscious caramel filling.
No, just very plain. Just very plain. Don't help.
Rich, indulgent chocolate with a luscious caramel filling. With love from San Francisco. Ghirardelli caramel squares makes life a bite better.
Nice. That makes sense? Otherwise, it's the spirit of Satan. Cool. All right.
I thought I was trying to be seductive or something, but...
No, it was just terrifying.
No, it was just scary.
Seductive was a way of trying to lure a child into a van.
Yeah.
A little Pennywise-ish, a little...
Here,
We all float down here.
here we go.
We are the bulwark of the North. Behold our unyielding motherland. Through the teachings of the great orthodoxy, this world's end is kept at bay. Our mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, stand united against the onslaught of chaos. With the strength of Ursun, the mighty bear god, and the power of winter itself, tear them down! Join us. Defend the legacy of Kislev.
Nice. I love that. What's that from?
Also Warhammer.
Cool.
The
Love
band
it.
on my shoulders so I can keep playing. Nothing but a leave. I can surf. I can climb.
You got to fix that. Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing but a leave. You kind of went, what takes the pain out of my shoulder? Nothing.
Nothing at all. Nothing. Thanks for coming.
Here we go.
What takes the pain out of my shoulders so I can keep playing? Nothing but a leave. I can
Nothing but a leave. Not nothing but a leave.
Okay.
Nothing but a leave. From the top.
What takes the pain out of my shoulders so I can keep playing? Nothing but a leave. I can surf, I can climb, I can do anything. Only a leave has the strength to let you move on up to all-day pain relief with just 2 pills. You know, I like my adrenaline, but I love my Aleve. Move on up to Aleve.
Nice.
Hats.
All right.
Yeah. Saw the play in there.
This is a throwback to the. This is a throwback to a '70s commercial.
All right.
Meow 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 meow.
Fine.
Next.
I don't know. It needs more subtext.
You guys remember the commercial?
Yes.
I have a question. So, the disclaimers at the end of commercials that are read really fast,
Mouse print.
mouse print, but are those not to be edited and have to be read only? Meaning that I did a voiceover once and it was 1:04, a minute and 4 seconds, and I read it again and I could only get it to a minute and 2 seconds. But I found that if I took it was like for a cheesy as on TV.
Right.
So you can take out all the breaths and make it be rapid, and I cut it down to 1 minute. Can you not do that with disclaimers? Like our disclaimers?
You can do all that. Technically, it's illegal to speed up something. Everybody does it to make it fit time. You just go into time compression in Pro Tools right there and just shorten it up and speed it up. And everybody knows there are some people that can speak, 300 words a minute. So it never comes up. But rather than cutting it and compressing it, it's really, unless there are big gaps in it, it's really way easier to go into time expansion compression and shrink it down.
But that's breaking the rules, but it's still everybody does it, right? In other words, like
There has never been an incident in the history of man when anybody got mad and called somebody. SAG and AFTRA couldn't find their butts with 2 hands, let alone enforce something like that.
What would it be, like the FCC or something that would like?
Oh, God. Anyway, good question, though. Here we go. From the top.
It's plastics. Plastics make it possible.
Perfect. Love that. Barry, you're up. A doctor in a fireman's hat.
I spend my day putting out fires.
Yeah, I bet. Rashes?
Yeah, a few of those.
Here we go.
Rashes, if it's wet, make it dry. If it's dry, make it wet. If you don't know what it is, don't touch it. And don't give up until you try steroids. And that pretty much works in all cases.
Wow.
Okay. Actually, there are a lot of conditions that you end with, and don't let the patient die without first trying steroids. So.
Okay, fine.
Keep that in mind.
All right, I will.
All right, this is a cold read.
All right, fine.
A well put together man is said to be sharp. At GMC, we get why people appreciate that kind of precision. After all, precision is the kind of sharp that slices through a crowd. This is precision. This is Denali from GMC.
That's nice. Beautiful. I love that. Peter, you're up. Good hat. Unmute, Peter.
On January 30th, the crowd will shake, the earth will rumble. 30 superstar wrestlers of the WWF bang heads in a winner-take-all rumble. 30 wrestlers, 1 ring, something's gotta give. Superstar Wrestling on ESPN.
It's not bad. It's slightly on the fakey side. Do the voice, but make sure it's idea driven.
On January 30th, the crowds will shake. The earth will rumble. 30 superstar wrestlers of the WWF bang heads in a winner-take-all rumble. 30 wrestlers, one ring. Something's gotta give. Superstar wrestling on ESPN.
Nice. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
The last thing I remember was spiraling through outer space, untethered from my spacecraft, knowing that I was gonna die. And now I'm alive, or at least I think I am. I don't know how much time has passed. I'm in an unfamiliar environment. Somehow, a greater power has brought me back to life. But the question is, who or what? Or more importantly, why?
I love that. One more time.
All right.
Relax into it.
Okay. The last thing I remember was spiraling through outer space, untethered from my spacecraft, knowing that I was going to die. And now I'm alive, or at least I think I am. I don't know how much time has passed. I'm in an unfamiliar environment. Somehow a greater power has brought me back to life. But the question is who or what? Or more importantly, why?
I love that. That's really great, man. Good for you.
I'm looking at you and going, what in the fuck are you doing?
Rednecks in space.
It's another hat.
Yeah, I see.
Forgive us, Father, for we're going to sin.
Robin Hood and his merry men.
Little John.
Are you a blue boy?
Here we go.
My son, have you been looking for a place to call home? Need a place that makes you feel welcome and valued? At Peaceful Dove Church, our community is waiting for people just like you to find their way home. We invite you to visit during one of our 3 Sunday services to discover how Peaceful Dove Church can help you spread your wings in our friendly and tranquil worship environment. Visit Peaceful Dove Church this Sunday for our 9 o'clock, 10:30, or noon hour service, located at 344 Hummingbird Lane in Riverside Valley. Peaceful Dove Church, your spiritual home away from home.
It's really nice. The hood is such a mockery of what you're saying.
It's still creepy as hell, too. I mean, it's nicely read, but creepy as hell.
It's like this mockingly blasphemous sort of.
Nobody expects a Spanish
Nothing sells
Inquisition.
religion like a monk. Put on and everything.
So some of you watching this video might not be aware that you have to audition to get in here. Nice. Very well done. Barry, you're up.
At Chipotle, we serve naturally raised meats that come from vegetarian-fed animals that are humanely raised and never given antibiotics or growth hormones. We think the same should be true for the dairy cows that produce our sour cream. So we've worked with our supplier, Daisy Brand, to ensure that none of their cows supplying cream for our sour cream receive RBGH. We think producing milk the way nature intended is better for everyone. It's another step along our food with integrity journey, bringing you the very best ingredients from the very best sources.
Nice, Barry. That's first rate. I love that. Peter, you're up.
Never ceases to amaze me. Get sick and everybody has a home remedy. My Aunt Emma's cure-all is crushed garlic and Limburger cheese in a sock tied around her neck. I never get sick, she says. That's 'cause nobody gets within 50 yards of the woman. Then there's my cousin Moonbeam from California. Swears by frozen tofu daiquiris. And my mother, anytime she hears me sneeze, wants to give me an all-in vinegar rub-down. It's great unless you want to smell like a salad bar for a week. Me, I just go to Winn-Dixie. Their low prices alone make me feel better, and by the time I go pick up some chicken, my prescription is ready. That's because they have a computer back there with a file with my name on it. They know my doctor's name, my allergies, and never once did they ask me to gargle with guacamole.
Nice, Peter. Love that old lady thing.
Thank you.
All right, here we go.
Hey guys, look, a new ice cream shop.
Ice Cream Citadel? Why is the logo covered in skulls?
Let's check it out.
Hello? I don't think we should be here.
Hello? A little service? Hey. Hey!
Your request for service has been heard. I am the Lich King, Dark Lord of the Scourge, Master of the Dead, and proprietor of a dozen delicious flavors. Strawberry, chocolate, death, and rocky road. Can your taste buds survive the frozen cone?
Lactose intolerant.
Then your suffering is at an end, because we also have sorbet. Would you like a sample?
Need sugar.
You desire more sugar? I am the master of the damned. Don't forget your frozen cones, and tips are appreciated.
That's great. I want to go to that shop immediately.
Very cool, Joe. Yes.
Thank you. Is that from a video game?
This was, yeah, it was for a video game. It was a skit because for a card game. For World of Warcraft, they did this.
Lean forward into the camera, okay?
They did this. Right, camera. They did this expansion called Wrath of the Lich King, and there's this other game called Hearthstone, which is a card game based off of the World of Warcraft. And they had this commercial called Ice Cream Citadel. So the main boss, the Lich King, who you would fight, is just the proprietor of this ice cream shop, and it's hilarious.
It's great stuff.
Yeah.
First rate,
It was
man.
good. It was good. Commercial.
That's just scary.
That's just disgusting.
Howdy, folks. Clem, the old prospector here to tell you how you can strike it rich. And you don't even need a pick and a shovel. All you need is a quick pick from the Nebraska Lottery. With 6 chances to win, odds are you'll do better than me digging in this old mountain here. The new quick pick from the Nebraska Lottery.
I have nothing to add to that. Barry? Peter, you're up.
I gave up chocolate. I gave up espresso. I gave up the Count, that naughty man, and his little cows and cat Farat. The waterman, however, is not negotiable. I must have something thrilling with which to record my boredom. Pens right. A waterman pen expresses. Waterman of Paris. I've never given up my waterman. Never.
Nice, Peter. Good job, everybody. First rate. Good job. You guys rock. Really good. Drive safe, man. See you next week. That's
Be interesting to see that video when you give us the link.
I'll do it. All right, man.